Good evening to you all. I would like to now call upon the dignitaries onto the dais. I'd like to call first the Mridangam Chakravarthy, Padma Vlbhushanawardee, Dr. Umayalpuram Dr.K.Sivaraman, sir. A living legend. It's indeed a pleasure to invite you, sir. I'd like to now invite the Consul General, Ms.Judith Ravin, of the U.S.Consulate, General Chennai, to preside over this function. I would also like to invite the Chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra, who's our special guest, Sri.N.Ravi. I would also like to invite Sri.K.N.Ramaswamy Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra. Good evening to you all. Again, welcome you all to the World Music Day celebrations jointly organized by Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan along with Carnatica. I'm indeed privileged and honored to welcome a great legend of the music industry, the one and only Mridangam Chakravarthy, Padma Vlbhushanawardee, Dr. Umayalpuram Dr.K.Sivaraman. He's been playing for over 7 decades, has seen several generations, and is evergreen, ever fresh, creating something new all the time. Welcome, sir. It also gives me a very great pleasure in having the Consul General, Ms.Judith Ravin, from the U.S.Consulate, Chennai. She is a very multifaceted personality, and it gives me indeed great pleasure to see that she has, of course, she has been serving in various consulates around the globe, like places like Peru, and she has also been a cultural officer and that gives me greater pleasure and delight to see that she is very connected with culture, and most importantly, she has written so many books, authored so many lovely publications, which are very close connect. And she has been serving to bridge and bring together a better relationship between US and India in all the southern regions, be it Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and of course, in other parts. Like Andaman, Nicobar, everything. But I wanted to specifically touch upon this region where we have Carnatic music's presence as well. Being culturally connected and also being in this position, the US Consulate itself has done so much for our culture, and they also have this very, very special Fulbright fellowship where they invite talents from here They bring in talents from there, and they are given opportunities to understand and work on different cultures. So it's indeed a pleasure and delight to welcome you, madam. It also gives me utmost pleasure and delight to welcome Sri.N.Ravi, who has been such a great personality, a towering personality at the Hindu, serving there as a chairman of Hindu. The Hindu has been, one of the leading publications, as we all know, and our morning is not there without that newspaper. So he's been principally the main person who has been an architect in building the reputation of the Hindu for many, many years. And now he has also taken the role of being the chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra, where he has been contributing and making his presence felt immediately. And we are extremely delighted and pleased to have him here today. I would also like to personally thank you for having taken the effort to be here today despite your hectic travel schedules, and I know that you're just back from your trip abroad. Thank you very much, sir. And one man who serves without any expectations for the art is Sri.K.N.Ramaswamy, the director of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra. If you look at the calendar of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, almost 365 days, there is something vibrant happening for our culture. Non-stop, they are at it. Of course, they have the educational center. They are spreading music and arts. And of course, the concert scenario is never complete. You would see their concerts are very unique, innovative, and at the same time, be it music or dance, they bring together something very special. It is our privilege to associate with them on this World Music Day. Thank you, sir. I think we can give a big round of applause to all of them. Without much delay, I would like to, first of all, honor the legend, Mridangam Chakravarthy, Padma Vlbhushanawardee, Umayalpuram Dr.K.Sivaraman, with a very special award given by the International Book of Records. Of course, the award title is Inspiring Human Award. And who else will fit this better than him? He richly deserves this. So let me read the citation. Carnatica, on the World Music Day and International Yoga Day, is pleased to present Mridangam Maestro Dr. Umayalpuram K.Sivaraman the title Inspiring Human Award on behalf of International Book of Records for exemplary contributions in the field of world percussion. On this 21st day of June 2022 at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Umayalpur, Chennai 4. I would request our President of the evening, Ms.Judith, Ravin, to present a shawl to the maestro. I would request our special guest, Sri.N.Ravi, to present the citation on behalf of Carnatica and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan on this day. We would now like to honor the Consul General, Ms.Judith Ravin, U.S.Consulate General, Chennai, with a shawl. I'd also like to present a memento. I would now like to invite the Consul General to address the gathering.
Thank you so much. And today is, of course, World Music Day and International Day of Yoga. So on multiple accounts, this is really an august gathering, and we have a lot of reason to be here together. So thank you, Director Sir, and Bharnakam, or Namaskaram. It's a pleasure to be among Rasikas, enthusiasts, and special guests, and those with whom I share the dais on today again, International World Music Day. Hosted by Carnatica Archival Center for Music and Dance, in collaboration with Bharatiya, Vidya, Bhavan. I'm also delighted to have this opportunity to meet so many extraordinary artists whose music has inspired music lovers in India, in the United States, and throughout the world. I would like to acknowledge, as we already have done, but I now have the honor to acknowledge Mridangam Maestro, Padma Vlbhushanawardee, Dr. Umayalpuram Sivaraman. I'm honored by his presence. This is actually the second time we're meeting in 2 days, so I'm doubly honored. Events such as this evening signal a return to the magical chemistry that occurs between artist and audience in the heightened attention of live presentations. And I look forward to more such possibilities, hoping for a full-fledged Margazi music season this December. Even before I arrived in Chennai, my research was piqued by this intense, month-long devotion to musical performance. The United States and India have a strong partnership that goes back over 7 decades, and we celebrate 75 years of official diplomatic relations and partnership this year. Be it strategic partnerships, scientific and academic collaboration, business ventures, or artistic exchanges, there is no doubt that both of our countries are natural partners with shared values as democracies. Like India, the United States employs the arts, music, dance, and theater to empower and build bridges in our societies and to push the boundaries of individual and collective expression. Like India, the United States has a shared vision of cultural diversity. Cultural organizations in the United States have long helped pave that road in history, society, and identity. I commend cultural associations such as Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Hamsadvani, Carnatica, and many others, as well as thousands of artists who have made Chennai a hub for the arts to flourish and a city on the global map of musical reference points. I want to highlight 2 examples among the thousands that there are of musicians from India who have enriched the United States with their contributions and built strong bonds between artists in the United States and India, and both are from Tamil Nadu. The first is Tanjore Viswanathan, a flutist and teacher who traveled to the United States in 1958 on a Fulbright scholarship to study ethnomusicology at the University of California in Los Angeles. He returned to India to direct the music department at the University of Madras from 1961 to 1966. He later taught at the University of California at Los Angeles, the California Institute of the Arts, and since earning his PhD at Wesleyan. He developed a descriptive teaching style to overcome language barriers, founded Wesleyan's Navaratri Festival, and was the first Indian musician to be named a National Heritage Fellow by the National Endowment for the Arts in the United States. In fact, University of California at Los Angeles provided the initial home to higher education for Carnatic music instruction in the United States in 1958. In 1961, Wesleyan University began to offer courses on South Indian music, and resident artists at these institutions were brought from India to teach in academic settings. The second artist I would like to highlight is Nadaswara Vidwan Sheikh Chinnamulana, who traveled to the United States in 1973 under the East-West Exchange Program. He was awarded the title Nadaswara Acharya by Vassar College, New York. Thanks to U.S. Senator William Fulbright, the visionary behind Fulbright Scholarship Program, the U.S. government sponsors U.S. and foreign participants for exchanges in all areas of endeavor, including the sciences, business, academia, public service, government, and the arts. And this converts nations into people. Exchanges in arts and music continue in this century. Some prominent Fulbright scholars are among us today, is my understanding. U.S.Consulate General Chennai continues to support and nurture emerging music talents by nominating them to residency programs in the United States, such as the One Beat program, and their musical collaborations now extend beyond just the United States and include other countries. The U.S. mission to India also has bluegrass, hip-hop. We have fostered collaborations with the likes of Mandolin Rajesh and Alap Raju. And we will host an all-women rock band in Bengaluru, July 1st and 2nd. Not only will they perform and highlight, but also support emerging women entrepreneurs in the creative space. I'm certain we are all in for quite a treat this evening. Cultural exchange opens doors, and the music continues. So thank you for your part in that. Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech. As I said, there are contributions that the U.S. Consulate and United States of America is extending to Indian cultural groups is immense. And not only that, beyond that, our Consul General herself is multilinguistic, and while I say this, her passion continues for the quest of every different forms of culture and arts around the world. And she likes to explore and find out more and more about each of the cultures very closely. So it's indeed a pleasure and delight that you took time to make it for this event, which is not only celebrated in India, but we are actually doing this World Music Day worldwide on the same day, almost conducting it 24 hours around the world, where people, all the talents from around the world, including artists like Professor Mark Stone from the Oakland University and from other parts of the universities in USA, and we are also having artists who are jazz musicians who are collaborating with us on this day, and we are doing spectacular event, having a cross-culture platform. And we have been conducting this thanks to the support that we have from artists from all over the world. I would now like to request our special guest, Sri.N.Ravi, the chairman of Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra, to address all of us.
Namaskaram and good evening to all. Consul General Judith Ravin, Sangeeta Kalanidhi Umayalpuram Sivaraman, Sri.K.N.Ramaswamy Director, Chennai Kendra.Vote, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Sri K.V.S. Gopalakrishnan and my colleagues in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Sri Shashi-Kiran, the person behind this event, music maestros, distinguished guests. The pandemic has been a huge disruptor of cultural life, even as it has brought many things to a halt. Now that it seems to have receded, at least that's our hope, based on good science, opening up space for physical programs, we are happy to celebrate the Music Day after a gap of 2 years. In this event, we see a virtuous confluence of three main strands. The United States has, over the years, emerged as the epicenter of world music, promoting classical orchestral music and opera, and innovating in the areas of jazz, country music, and rap, in addition to an outpouring of popular music. Consul General Judith Ravin is a distinguished diplomat with a varied experience in cultural affairs and public diplomacy across 3 continents. She has a master's degree in Romance languages from Harvard University and was a journalist and writer before she took to diplomacy. Indeed, it is very fitting that she should preside over this event. Incidentally, it was an American musician, Joel Cohen, who, when working in France, suggested that June 21st every year be observed as the World Music Day to herald the advent of summer in the Northern Hemisphere. The second virtuous strand is represented by Sangeeta Kalanidhi Umayalpuram Sivaraman, who has been awarded the Padma Vlbhushan by the Government of India and is the senior most among the Carnatic music fraternity. His contribution to music, not only through his excellence on the Mridangam, but also through his theoretical and technical contribution to percussion, has been immense. The third virtuous strand is represented by the top musicians who are gathered today: Anil Srinivasan, Sikil Gurucharan, Rajesh Vidya, Subhashri Tanika Chellam and others. And in this mix, we are happy that the Sargam choir, which we could claim as our own, of Dr. Sudha Raja is also there. Chennai has gained recognition from UNESCO as one of the world's creative cities for music, and it is particularly appropriate that we should be observing the World Music Day. Observances of special days devoted to important themes serves many purposes. World Music Day is first and foremost a celebration of the contribution that musicians have made through their talent and hard work to increase the general happiness and welfare. Second, it focuses the attention of institutions of society on an important aspect of social life and prompts innovative programs. Thirdly, it takes a message of music to the wider public. In this connection, Sri Ramaswamy, our director, has made a suggestion that the World Music Day should be included in the calendar of schools generally, so that it is observed by children as well. Already, musicians like Sri Anil Srinivasan through his Rhapsody, and Sashikaran himself, and Sudha Raja are taking music to schools with their large outreach programs. And if only the World Music Day observance was included in the school calendar, it would have a wide impact. I would appeal to music lovers to take this suggestion forward. For now, we are delighted to join Carnatica in this observance of the World Music Day.
Thank you, Sri.N.Ravi sir. That was really a beautiful speech with a lot of suggestions which are possible for all of us to take this effort forward, be it schools or take it to, the contribution of presenting World Music Day in a better way across the country. Would like to honor you with a token of our appreciation. Thank you, sir. I would request the legend, Mridangam Chakravarthy, Padma Vlbhushanawardee, Dr. Umayalpuram Sivaraman sir, to do the honors to Sri.N.Ravi. The presence of Sri.N.Ravi sir at Hindu, we all know, and his role now as a chairman in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan will definitely enhance a lot of work, good work here in promoting the already very well established institute which has taken our culture globally. I would now request the great legend, Dr. Umayalpuram Sivaraman sir. Of course, he's going to be waiting to perform, but before that, I would request him to bless us on this day.
The Consul General of United States, Judith Ravin, Sri.N.Ravi, Sri.N.Ramaswamy, Sri Shashi-Kiran, Vidwans, Vidushis, and most respected seekers. I am really thankful to Carnatica and International Book of Records for having given me this wonderful award today on the occasion of International Music and World Yoga Day. When Shashi-Kiran asked me to present a program, I made a small suggestion, because this is International Yoga Day and World Music Day. I made a suggestion to him. Can you just do on the backdrop the two great incarnations of divinity as the backdrop, because they represent everything in International Yoga Day. And the two great immortal incarnations of divinity is one, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and Mahaparival of Kanchipuram. Because they realized the two aspects of yoga, that is Ahata and Anahata. Ahata is one, that is internal. Anahata is outside. They really saw the light of knowledge through yoga and disseminated this, particularly this wonderful treasure to the public. The public, they flock together. They flock to both of them to get the blessings. That is one of the reasons when he accepted, I am very, very pleased. And when I see Ramana Bhagavan and Mahaparival as a backdrop, today we should salute the two great servants of India. Carnatica and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, particularly it was started by the late great legend of India, Sri.K. Munshi. Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan is doing a lot of good work for the promotion of our cultural activities. And Carnatica is also doing the same thing. And many, many innovations in many fields, both of them are presenting. Of course, all the artists, inclusive me, we are really supporting and participating in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan and Carnatica programs. Today is a very ennobling day because among the yogas, there are several facets of yoga: Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga, and this is termed as Nada Yoga. It is appropriate that Nada Yoga today is being crowned with so much of beautiful programs and being presented to the Rasikas here. My program is going to be at 6:15, so I should be ready for the program. Anyway, I once again thank Carnatica and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan for honoring me with this award. And it's a great opportunity that I am participating in this International Yoga Day and World Music Day. So, what can you say? My connection with the United States, because I have to say with pride, the initials are same. That is U.S. I am U.S., Umayalpuram Sivaraman. It is as early as 1962, we made a first trip concert tour. And in the concert tour, I was there with Balachandar, with the Mahavidwan flute Ramani, and another Mridangam legend, Veru Ramabhadran. We took for 2 months in the United States, and it is known as Sangeeta Madras at that time. The first concert was there in New York City Hall. Why I'm telling you is, that was the first time when I was very young, in 1962. I was amazed to see US, even now. So my connection, at that time we were invited by Asia Society, which did not have a building of its own. Now it has got a very big building in New York, where I also played when I visited. So my connection with the United States is something immense, and I always cherish in my memory all my visits to the United States. Anyway, once again, I wish to thank Carnatica and Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, and I hope all of you will enjoy all the programs today. Thank you very much.
Would like to present a memento to Mridangam Chakravarthy, Dr. Umayalpuram Sivaraman, sir. would also like to honor Sri.K.N.Ramaswamy, the Director, Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Chennai Kendra, on behalf of Carnatica. We are not honoring him just because he is a co-host. We are honoring him for all the services he has been doing for this many years. I would now like to call upon Sri.K.N.Ramaswamy sir to present the word of thanks.
Sri Gurubhyo Nama. Thank you, Shashi, for all the good words you have. I think our chairman has already thanked in his welcome address everybody over here. I don't want to stand between Mr. Umayalpuram Sivaraman and the audience. We are all eagerly waiting. He should not reduce his time because we are not taking your time. Please continue with your program as scheduled. Then thank you, madam, for the cultural relationship India and US has. In fact, Bhavan has got a big center in New York, doing a human service for more than almost 25 years, a huge place wherein we have teaching the Indian music, and especially Carnatic Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music. And it is a wonderful unit we have there for many years. And we also have in London. In fact, the London, you wouldn't believe it, it was one a big church in London which was donated to the Bhavan, by which we converted subsequently into a Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan center. We have a beautiful hall over there, and we have in Australia connections. We have now about 5 schools in the Middle East where we have got continuing with our Indian traditions and musics. So, and Mr. Ravi has already said that this day we should celebrate as a World Music Day in the schools also. I think at least we will do in all our schools. I think we have 72 schools all over India. We'll write to our center office and say that this should be declared as a World Music Day for those schools also, because earlier in Tamil Nadu we had the music classes in every school, and I think it has diminished very drastically. It is time that revive that, and we, all the schools, also celebrate them as a day. In addition, the Chennai has already been declared by UNESCO as a creative city of music. I think we can combine this on this day so that we can show the creativity of the music. Today, perhaps we'll start the beginning with Umayalpuram Sivaraman as the creativity in music, because we already been designated as the creative city of music. We hope to get a lot of support from Madam also, because we have to export a lot of people from the every year, and we need a lot of support by visas and the Mylapore of US is Cleveland. Mr. Cleveland Sundaram is here. He is represented and he carries all over the people from here to perform. We are extremely grateful to him also. Mr. Gopalashan, our committee member, who is also very keenly interested to take the music to schools and doing it. And a wonderful audience. I think as is being a working day and things, we should in another half an hour in the auditorium full, because normally Bhavan's program never goes empty. It always gets filled, and I am expecting that to get filled in another few hours. And I must thank Shashi for a wonderful program being planned for the day. Extremely, very, very meticulously planned and wonderful performers. And it will be, and they all want to show their creativity. Today it's all, in fact, all creative music. Absolutely not a traditional what has been played. Today what we are going to hear or they are going to enjoy is nothing but a creative music. So I expect this day also be, because I was involved in the Chennai getting the creative, as a creative city of music along with UNESCO, with the government of India, Ministry of Culture. So because we lost almost 3 years without much functions, and it is time that we treat this also the Creative City Music's Day in the next year and the World Heritage, so that we'll force the government of Tamil Nadu to make it a holiday. So that we can, that's what the contribution they can do now, at least to wonderful things. Thank you all once again for coming. I don't want to stand in between, Mr. Governor. And if there are many things are being already scheduled for Bhavan the coming months. We are going to have a drama festival of 7 days, starting from July 7th. Then we have the Adi Bhakti Vida almost for 1 full month. Then we have about 48 days of music and dance program, which lasts up to January 15th. Then what is next is we'll declare the next year. So you have a lot of things to do, because we have to catch up with what we have lost for so many months. And with the blessings of COVID, we will have more and more functions over here. Thank you. Thank you. Shall we move to the stage?
We'll commence the recitals for today. We are eagerly awaiting for the very special creative performance, which I'm going to explain as we set up. Thank you all. Stay tuned for a very exciting evening.